Does all the division and hatred in the world bother you? Do you wish people treated each other better? Jesus said, play nice with others. Good morning and welcome to 755 Live, and this really is live, and just something a little personal here. If you saw yesterday's episode, I just want to say I did get $5. Anyway, good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Jennifer. Appreciate you checking in. This 755 Live is about 5 minutes of easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Matthew 7:12. Play nice with others. Reading from the NET version today, Jesus said, in everything, treat others as you would want them to treat you, for this fulfills or fills up the law and the prophets. You've probably seen the poster or heard the saying that all I really needed to know I learned about in kindergarten. The point of that little poster is that, this is what I learned: to share everything, to play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that are yours, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Sometimes it's the simple things that we miss with all the complexity of what we learn. Jesus said this, that we're calling play nice with others. It's also called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Now, in context, Matthew 7 here is part of a series of teachings. And right after verse 12 of Matthew 7, the golden rule, Jesus continues and says, enter through the narrow gate, because the gate is wide and the way is spacious that leads to destruction. And there are many who enter through it. But the gate is narrow and the way is difficult that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Now, before we go on to verse 15 of Matthew 7, let's unpack that a little bit. It's easy to be a jerk. That's a wide gate, and it sometimes seems like the whole world is on that highway. But the narrow way is difficult. How do you know which road that you're on? Well, Jesus continues here, and he says, watch out for false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are voracious wolves. You will recognize them by their fruit. Grapes are not gathered from thorns, or figs from thistles, are they? In the same way, every good tree bears good fruit, but the bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree is not able to bear bad fruit, nor a bad tree to bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. So then, you will recognize them by their fruit. Life is actually like a box of fruit. If you want to know if someone is really a Jesus follower, how do they treat others? And not just those that they like or agree with. How do they treat their enemies? How do they treat those who accuse them, who treat them badly? This golden rule applies to everyone. Jesus said something similar in Luke 6:31. He said, treat others in the same way that you would want them to treat you. And then he goes on as we read through verse 36. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those from whom you hope to be repaid, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners so that they may be repaid in full. But love your enemies and do good and lend, expecting nothing back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, because he is kind to ungrateful and evil people. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. And that pretty much sums it up. Be merciful. Treat everyone like you would want to be treated. It's not about proving your point, but proving your love. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And also, be careful who you listen to. Where's the fruit? How do they treat those they disagree with? By that standard, it actually is really easy to see who is on the narrow road and who is on the wide road that leads to destruction. Following Jesus means that we play nice with others. That's what Jesus said. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. Tina, I appreciate you checking in as well. And if this is meaningful to you, it really means a lot. Those of you who comment, like you did this morning, later in the day, I know a lot of people listen to this later. If you like it, if you share it, it just helps get the word out about the good news of Jesus. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.